The North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, was founded in 1949 and is a group of 32 countries from Europe and North America that exist to protect the people and territory of its members, though it has been seen cooperating with the AU African Union and some African countries. Europe has prospered since the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, expansion. The main role of the alliance is to guarantee the freedom and security of its members through political and military means, that is according to NATO, and also to prevent conflicts. NATO promotes security, cooperation, and a peaceful and unified Europe. The North Atlantic Treaty's Article 10, 1949, underpins NATO's open door policy. The treaty allows any European state in a position to further the principles of this treaty and to contribute to the security of the North Atlantic area to join NATO. So does this mean that African countries can't join NATO? Since 1994, NATO has been cooperating with 7 nations across the Middle East and North Africa as part of its Mediterranean dialogue: Algeria, Egypt, Israel, Jordan, Mauritania, Morocco, and Tunisia. Since 2005, the alliance has also been cooperating with the African Union, AU, of which Ghana is a member. NATO's initial cooperation with the AU focused on operational, logistical, and capacity-building support. For example, NATO provided air and sea lift to AU forces, as well as planning support for the AU peacekeeping mission in Somalia. NATO has also supported the buildup of the African Standby Force through exercises and training. For day-to-day activities, the alliance maintains a liaison office at the AU's headquarters in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. On the 4th of November 2019, NATO and the AU signed a new cooperation agreement, laying the ground for closer practical and political cooperation between the two organizations. The 2019 agreement replaced an earlier 2014 NATO-AU cooperation agreement. Neither agreement has been made publicly available. Since 2019, AU-NATO dialogue has focused on counter-terrorism cooperation, principally through the AU's Center for the Study and Research of Terrorism as part of NATO's action plan to enhance the alliance's role in the international community's fight against terrorism. In 2018, the United States signed a controversial agreement with Ghana that expanded military cooperation between the two countries. The deal allowed U.S. forces access to an airport runway in Accra in exchange for $20 million in equipment and the training of Ghanaian troops. But even if it wasn't that only European countries are allowed to join NATO, there would be few African countries to join NATO, as according to the study. It says countries seeking NATO membership would have to be able to demonstrate that they have fulfilled certain requirements. These include a functioning democratic political system based on a market economy, the fair treatment of minority populations, a commitment to the peaceful resolution of conflicts, the ability and willingness to make a military contribution to NATO operations, and a commitment to democratic civil-military relations and institutional structures. Once admitted, new members would enjoy all the rights and assume all the obligations of membership. This would include acceptance at the time that they join of all the principles, policies, and procedures previously adopted by alliance members, of which there are few African countries reaching these goals. For the case of European nations seeking NATO membership are asked to begin an intensified dialogue with the alliance about their goals and reforms. Aspirants may then join the Membership Action Plan, which prepares states for membership. Participation prepares but does not ensure membership. So in general, no an African country can join NATO because it is a regional defense alliance formed to provide collective protection for North American and European countries. Its membership is limited to countries in the North Atlantic region who have been asked to join the alliance. There are no African countries in the North Atlantic region, which usually refers to the area surrounding the North Atlantic Ocean, which is bounded to the west by North America, to the east by Europe, and to the north by the Arctic. The African continent is located south of the North Atlantic, and its countries do not come within the geographical scope of the North Atlantic region. As a result, no African countries are qualified to become members of the organization.